Back at the Astrodome in Houston, Jim Fragosi's lineup tonight has Lenny Dykstra, center fielder, leading off. Mariano Duncan, second base, bats second. John Kruk, the first baseman, hitting third. Dave Hollins, third base, bats fourth. Darren Dalton catching, hitting fifth. Jim Eisenreich in right field will bat sixth. Milt Thompson, the left fielder, hitting seventh. Kevin Stocker at shortstop bats eighth. And batting ninth and pitching will be Kurt Schilling. They are facing Pete Harnisch.
Tough right-hander is 26 years of age. He has 4 complete game, 3 shutouts this year, including a one-hitter. And he's the second toughest pitcher in the league as far as batting average goes. League hitting just .221 against him.
Defensively behind Harnisch, it'll be Ken Caminetti at third base, Andujar Cedeno at shortstop, Craig Biggio at second, and at first base is Jeff Bagwell. Eddie Taubensee doing the catching in the outfield from left to right, Luis Gonzalez at left, Steve Finley in center, and Eric Anthony in right. Umpires for tonight's game, Wally Bell calling the balls and strikes, Charlie Williams at first base, Frank Pulley at second, and Gary Darling will umpire at third. Lenny Dykstra leads it off, coming off a big series at Colorado, boosting his batting average to .307, leads the league in runs with 112 and in walks with an even 100. Third the league in on-base percentage. One strike to Dykstra. Harnisch's only loss to the Phillies came at Veterans Stadium this year when he was shut out by Terry Mulholland 8-0. 1 ball and 1 strike. He's a strikeout pitcher. He is 5th in the league in strikeouts with 142 of them. As Chris mentioned, 3 shutouts. That leads the league. Dykstra pops it up into shallow left center field, and Gonzalez will make the play. So Lenny's out 1 down. It'll bring up Mariano Duncan.
Harnisch is a strikeout pitcher. He's a hard thrower, hard fastball with movement, good hard breaking ball, changeup. If he has a little chink in his armor, it might be that he is prone to throw the long ball once in a while. And the Phillies have hit 4 homers off him this year, 3 in 1 game.
Giving up 16 home runs overall. Dalton's hit 2 off him. Dykstra 1 and Milt Thompson 1. Here's Duncan hitting at .277. That's missing for a ball, 1-0. He pops a foul, backing out of play. 1-1 the count to Mariano Duncan. Duncan has not had good career success against Harnisch. He's 1 for 9 lifetime. Art Howe, Houston skipper. The Astros are in 3rd place in National League West, but they're well behind San Francisco. They are 17 games out coming into play tonight.
Phillies opened the season back here in April. There were great expectations for this Houston ball club. But Fragosi felt good about his team. But with the new ownership here, the new pitchers they'd added, they really thought they were going to have a heck of a year, and it just hasn't happened.
Another foul ball. Taubensee chases, but it'll be way out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It holds to Mariano Duncan.
I think the problem that they've had more than anything is you look at their home record, and they're only 5 games over 500 here in the Astrodome, and they've won 3 straight here. So before Florida came in, they were 32-30. This is a place where they have to dominate because this kind of ballpark is one that the Astros have played well in over the years.
And another foul out of play. It holds at 1-2.
Teams come in here and hitters complain they don't see the ball very well. It has very little crowd noise to it a lot of times because they don't draw real well. And teams kind of fall asleep in this place.
That one's low. It's 2-2 to Mariano Duncan. Mildred Hamill of Lehighton, Pennsylvania, longtime Phillies fan, celebrating her 80th birthday today. Fouled back, and Sue Butterwick is celebrating a birthday. boyfriend Jamie Laufer of Hatboro asks how many baseballs are used during the course of a game. Usually anywhere from 7 to 8 dozen balls are used during the course of a game, Jamie. Duncan used a lot of them in that at bat with the foul balls, but he was called out on strikes for out number 2.
He's throwing him a lot of balls away and high fastballs. This time he runs the fastball in on the inside corner. Good pitch by Harnish for a strikeout.
He has 143 strikeouts and 58 walks. He used to walk a lot of batters early in his career, but he has cut down on the number of walks significantly with each passing season. He's a 26-year-old. Of course, he came over to Houston in the deal with Baltimore. Truck hits a ground ball right at first baseman Bagwell. He'll make the play himself. A 1-2-3 inning for Harnish. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. After 1/2, Phillies nothing. Houston coming to bat.
The Cadillac DeVille has the safety answers: an anti-lock braking system, advanced airbag technology, and a 200 horsepower V8. DeVille also has the financial answers. Now you can receive a $3,000 special bonus from Cadillac when you purchase a new 1993 DeVille. And the $3,000 bonus on the Cadillac DeVille makes a safe investment even safer. See your Cadillac Super Network dealers.
You don't need to shop around, because no one has lower prices than Silo. Every department is packed with all the top brands and incredible bargains. Like this Panasonic camcorder with color viewfinder for $1297.99. This Sony 27-inch stereo TV with remote for $597.99. And these Yamaha speakers for $49.99 each. Of course, other stores will try to beat our low prices, but Silo will beat any price. Guaranteed.
It's the last business person special of the year. Wednesday, August 25th at 12:35. The Phillies play the Rockies, and all fans get a handsome poster featuring all the Phillies pitchers' compliments of Mellon PSFS. Call 463-1000 now.
Art House Houston lineup tonight. Craig Biggio, second base, leads off. Steve Finley, center fielder, batting second. Jeff Bagwell, first baseman, hits third. Eric Anthony, right fielder, hitting fourth. Ken Caminetti, the third baseman, bats fifth. Luis Gonzalez, left fielder, hitting sixth. Eddie Taubensee will catch and hit seventh. Andujar Cedeno, the shortstop, bats eighth, and batting ninth and pitching Pete Harnish. They are facing Kurt Schilling.
6'4", 215-pounder. Kurt is also 26 years of age. He's pitched well against the Astros, 2-1 in 4 games against them, with an earned run average of 1.74.
Defensively, behind Schilling, Dave Hollins at third base, Kevin Stocker at shortstop, Mariano Duncan at second, John Kruk at first, Aaron Dalton doing the catching. In the outfield, from left to right, Milt Thompson, Lenny Dykstra, and Jim Eisenreich. Craig Biggio will lead it off. Biggio hitting at .273. He's been a good leadoff man for Houston. He's fifth in the league in runs scored with 78 of them. Third in the league in doubles, 34. One strike to Biggio. Biggio has not had much success against Schilling. He's 1 for 13 lifetime against Schilling. 2 quick strikes. John Shanowski from Trenton and Janice Conowal, Ken Venuti, John McGinley, and Don Petrella, all from Philadelphia here, cheering for the Phils. Ball and 2 strikes to Craig Biggio. Struck him out, so Schilling starts it with a strikeout. That's one down, and that'll bring up Steve Finley. He's hitting at .253.
Ironic that both these guys were in the same deal, Schilling and Harnish, and they're so much alike. They're the same age. They both throw very hard. They're strikeout-type pitchers. And Baltimore had both of them. Baltimore has a pretty good pitching staff as it stands right now. Just think if they had kept these two guys.
They had Harnish and Schilling and Finley all coming over in the Glenn Davis deal from Baltimore. And of course, Lee Thomas was able to get Schilling. for Jason Grimsley. Which proved to be a great deal by Lee.
Yeah, on the next to the last day of spring training a couple years ago.
No balls and 2 strikes to Finley. Chased a bad pitch. Dalton drops it, but he's it to John Kruk. So Schilling starts it with a couple of strikeouts. 2 down. It'll bring on Jeff Bagwell.
As if he used a split finger that time to get Finley. That ball went down and away from Finley. It looked like it surprised him. Here it is right here. Yep, that's Curt Schilling's split finger fastball, which he's used more and more lately. And you saw Dalton even had trouble catching it. It kicked off the heel of his glove.
Schilling, like Harnish, is a strikeout pitcher. He is 8th in the league in the strikeouts, now with 126. Here's Jeff Bagwell hitting at .320. He is tied for 8th in the league in hitting, 8th in the league in slugging percentage.
Happy birthday to Harry Wolf from the Brethren home in Lidditz, who is 101 today. Happy birthday, Harry. Hope you enjoy the game tonight.
Towering fly ball to center field. Lenny Dykstra waits. And Schilling has a 1-2-3 inning here in the first. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. At the end of 1, it's 0-0.
It's often taken for granted. Yet it's as precious as the very air we breathe. It's called freedom. And it's what inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new Personal Choice, a health plan that offers people the low costs of an HMO without asking them to give up what they value most, their freedom. Personal Choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
There was an old lady who lived in a shoe. A fresh little crib, you know, and brand spanking new. And that shoe let her do things that no man could do. She jukes and she cuts and stops dead in her tracks. She plants and she spins, leaving chumps on their backs. And who gets the credit? Some mother named Goose. Check you out, yo. Converse, of course. And that new React juice.
While some travel the path of luxury, others search for the road of fiscal responsibility. However, for a limited time, there is an alternate route, one that offers the best of both. The Mitsubishi Diamante ES lease, just $299 a month with no money down. So lease a Diamante from Mitsubishi.
Take the direct route to your 3-state Mitsubishi Motors dealer.
After 1 inning of play, it's the Phils 0 and Houston 0. Upcoming telecasts of Phillies baseball include tomorrow night's game at 8 and Sunday afternoon's game at 2:30, preceded by the pregame show with Neil Hartman at 2 right here on PHL 17. Dave Hollins leads it off for the Phillies. Hollins hitting at .281. He's tied for 9th in the league in runs scored. Lifetime a .267 hitter against Hardish, including a home run. One ball and no strikes to Hollins. Harnish, in his first outing against the Phillies here at the Astrodome on that opening series, had a no-hitter going into the 7th inning. Then Darren Dalton led off the 7th with a home run off him. And the Phillies eventually won that game in extra innings.
It's one of the first indications that this would be a different type of season. When the night that Harnish was pitching that well and the Phillies wound up winning that ball game.
breaking ball. 2 balls and 1 strike to Dave Hollins. That's inside. It's 3-1.
Happy 74th to Sal Newman of Philadelphia, and wedding anniversaries to Bob and Fran Trott of Marlton. 45 years they've been married.
Full count to Dave Hollins. He'll be followed by Darren Dalton. And then Jim Eisenreich here in the second. Aboard with a walk. So he's a leadoff base runner for Darren Dalton. Dutch hitting at .255, 21 home runs, 2 of them hit off Harnish. He only had 1 hit coming into this season against Harnish. Now he has 4. He's 4 for 18 lifetime against Harnish, 3 of them this year, and 2 of them home runs. Pops a foul, backing out of play.
See Darren's mom and dad here tonight down by the Phillies dugout. Made the trek down from their home in Kansas to watch Darren play this series.
Now balls and a strike to Dalton. Fastball, 0-2. Ed and Jen Frasker here from Atco, New Jersey. Brother Ted celebrating his 50th birthday right here at the ballpark.
And we have Ed and Joe Sigler from Northeast Philadelphia also here. A lot of Phillies fans as we travel around the country this year.
Dave Hollins first base. Nobody out here in the second. Bit low, 1-2. Well, Phillies fans, June Vaught of York, Joe Ferry of Easton, Pennsylvania, and Rob Clapman of Fort Washington are here. Enjoying Phillies baseball and the heat here in Houston.
Yeah, they got some water problems down here. It hasn't rained for 55 days in this area of Texas, and they're really having some drought problems. And it's very hot.
Fly ball into left field. Gonzalez is there in front of the warning track, makes the catch, and Hollins will have to hold on at first base, 1 down.
Back in a real ballpark tonight, that's a home run in Denver.
Yeah, that's right. It probably is.
Used to everything going out to left and left center like that ball Benavidez hit yesterday. You could really hit some cheap ones there, and the Phillies hit a lot of home runs in that ballpark.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Phillies. Jim Eisenreich is batting at .328. Got a good lifetime hitter against Harnish. He's 5 for 10. One strike to Eisenreich. It back to the screen, 0-2. Nothing game here in the second inning. Dave Hollins Mullins has not been stealing many bases. He is a great base runner, but not a good base stealer. Mullins can first to third with the best of them.
I think another reason that he doesn't run much is where he's hitting in the lineup, hitting in the 4-hole with Dalton behind him. They keep him at first to keep the hole open, and to also give Darren Dalton every chance he can to get a fastball maybe and hit it through that hole on the right side. Eisenreich's the same kind of hitter, so he doesn't run much.
Still 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jim Eisenreich. Those leading the league in home runs, 130, and in runs scored, 672. Double play. Hit right at Jeff Bagwell, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the second, still 0-0.
John Kruk and the Phillies head into the Longhorn State to battle the Houston Astros all this weekend on PHL 17. Jeff Bagwell and the Astros have been hitting rockets, but Dave Hollins and the Fighting Phils are going to send these Astros into outer space. It's the Phillies and the Astros tonight and tomorrow at 8 and again Sunday at 2:30, following the pregame show at 2, only on PHL 17.
We play the Phillies on 17.
Phils Astros tonight at 8.
The legend of the Colonel's rotisserie gold is the talk of Lake Edna. You should hear what they're saying about the deep marination. The slow roasting. That special blend of herbs and spices. And the golden brown color. But 5-year-old Allie put it best when she said, the Colonel's rotisserie gold in quarters, halves, and wholes. At KFC, we do chicken right.
It's been a record-breaking year at your Chrysler Plymouth dealer. So how should we bring it to a close? With a record-breaking clearance. Enjoy a selection of Concord's Automobile Magazine's Automobile of the Year and remarkable savings on all these 93 cars and minivans, like roomy Plymouth Voyager. Save thousands. Save up to $1,900 on the sporty Plymouth Duster and up to $1,325 on the luxurious LeBaron convertible. The record-breaking clearance now at your Chrysler Plymouth dealer.
Need a new muffler? Remember, now more than ever at Meineke, you're not going to pay a lot, but you'll get a lot. I guarantee you.
This is PHL 17 Philadelphia.
Final business person special of the year is coming up Wednesday, the 25th of August, against those Colorado Rockies this coming Wednesday. All fans receive a terrific Pride of the Phillies poster featuring the Phillies pitching staff, compliments of Mellon PSFS. Final BP special of the year this Wednesday at 12:35 against Colorado. For tickets, call 463-1000. Eric Anthony leads it off. Anthony hitting at .267. 14 home runs. He has knocked in 57.
Missed a game last night. You see that shield on his right arm. He was hit by a pitch by Jack Armstrong of Florida here the other night. Missed a game last night, and Kevin Bass stepped in and really filled in well for him. Had a big RBI game.
Knocked in 5 runs, did Kevin Bass, in their win over Florida, which completed a series sweep for Houston. Two balls and 2 strikes to Eric Anthony. With it, a full count. Hard ground ball, nice diving stop, Stocker, low throw, Kruk can't hold on to it. And Anthony is safe at first base. Good stop by Stocker, then he made a low throw, and Kruk couldn't handle it.
Ball kicked off the heel of his glove and then popped right up to him. The ball, it looked like it might have hit the cutout. It was a tough one to handle for Kruk. Anthony runs pretty well, and Stocker had to release it in a hurry. No, it actually hit out on the turf, and he just didn't handle it.
It's the ball he usually will catch, Will Krucker, but he didn't get that one. They are going to give Eric Anthony a base hit on it, and the batter will be Ken Caminetti. Caminetti hitting at .252, batting .263 right-handed, .245 left-handed. One ball and no strikes. Strike to Ken Caminetti. Chased a high fastball. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Happy 80th birthday tonight to Sarah Vandergrift on the Willow Valley Manor in Lancaster.
High 2-2. Anthony first base and nobody out here in the second. Wasn't Tom Spencer coaching third the last time we saw Houston?
Yeah.
And Matt Galante was in the dugout.
They made a switch a few weeks ago, and Spencer's over at first, and Ed Ott was at first. He's also in the dugout.
Galante now in the dugout. Kruk gets the lead runner. The return throw not in time, but he got the lead man, Anthony, at second base. Caminetti safe at first on a fielder's choice.
That was a good play by Kruk because he goes and gets the lead man, keeps the double play in effect. It wasn't hit real hard, that ball, and they still almost turned it. That was really close at first, as Stocker got quite a bit on that throw.
It'll bring on Luis Gonzalez. He has been a hot hitter. He's hitting .300 right on the nose, but in the last 53 games, batting at a .353 clip. 12 home runs. He's knocked in 52.
He's opened up quite a bit.
On the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1.
Phillies are playing him as an opposite field hitter in the outfield. First pitch from Schilling was away, so there you see the defense, and maybe they're going to pitch him away also.
Fastball, 0-2 to Luis Gonzalez.
Luis Gonzalez, one of the many major league players that come out of Tampa, Florida. It's become a real hotbed for baseball players.
Prime Dog McGriff, Gary Sheffield, Doc Gooden. You have quite a team from Tampa products.
Wade Boggs, Tino Martinez.
Dave Magadan.
Magadan? Yeah.
Lloyd Yeomans.
We had a
no balls and two.
That whole train of thought we had going there, didn't we?
No balls and 2 strikes to Luis Gonzalez. Foul tip struck him out. Third strikeout for Schilling. 2 down here in the second, and that'll bring on Eddie Taubensee.
They made a good pitch that time. Away, and then a fastball in that ran a little bit. They really had Gonzalez aware of the ball out away from him, and he wasn't able to correct in time.
Robinson hitting at .262. And a cut, fouled it back. 1 strike to Taubensee. Bottom half of the second inning of a 0-0 game. Missing down and in, 1-1. Changeup, his forkball, swing and a miss, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Let's mix that pitch in a little more in the second half of the season. Beginning of the season, it was all power, hard fastball, hard slider, but he's working that forkball in and using it effectively here in the second half.
I'll tell you who got him throwing it was Pratt. In those games that Todd Pratt was catching Schilling, he got him throwing that pitch more, and he has a lot more confidence in it. Dalton's calling it more now, too. There's Todd. They knew each other in the minor leagues when they were in the Boston organization. So you give Pratt some credit for that.
Runner going, it doesn't matter. It's a called 3rd strike. Taubensee called out on strikes. 4 strikeouts for Schilling. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left at the end of 2. 0-0.
What is a mountain man's natural environment? Let's explore. A mountain man enjoys peaceful surroundings. A place where gentle winds blow. And the beauty of nature is all about. Only here does the mountain man find true happiness with a smooth bush beer or an easy drinking bush light. So, head for the mountains and find out how the true mountain man can make any environment a more natural one.
The metal cylinder is secured and turned in a counterclockwise motion, causing the internal rating to rise and disengage. It's easy to make something as simple as opening a jar complex. The challenge is making the complex simple. But that's what we do at Bell Atlantic Mobile. We take cutting-edge technology and place it comfortably in your hands. Bell Atlantic Mobile. Advanced technology and people will make it mean something.
Imagine a hot Dodge Shadow with all kinds of equipment for under $10,100. Now that's a pretty picture. So drop into the 93 model clearance going on now at your nearest Dodge dealer. This Dodge Spirit, America's lowest priced 6-passenger car, even comes with air at no extra charge. Because the lid's coming off great deals during the Dodge 93 model clearance. So see your nearest Dodge dealer today.
You don't need to shop around, because no one has lower prices than Silo. Like this IBM computer with color monitor for $999.99. Silo will beat any price, guaranteed.
This is PHL 17 Philadelphia.
Our trivia question tonight brought to you by Roy Rogers, that one-of-a-kind place with that one-of-a-kind taste. Who was the pitcher who played the entire season for a pennant winner without starting a game, then was named the starting pitcher of Game 1 of the World Series? Here's Milt Thompson to lead it off. Thompson hitting at .255. He's been a good lifetime hitter against Harnish, a .375 lifetime hitter against the right-hander, including a home run this year.
Say that again. The player what?
Who was the pitcher who pitched an entire season for a pennant-winning team and did not start a game the whole season, yet started Game 1 of the World Series?
I think that's easy, huh?
Yeah, I do. Mounding ball up the middle, a base hit for Milt Thompson. He picks up the Phillies' first hit, and it will bring up Kevin Stocker.
It's amazing how many of those questions you think are easy with that answer in front of you.
Now this way.
Oh, yeah.
Stocker batting at .360.
Larry Bowe was hitting in pop-ups prior to the game. First time into the Astrodome for Stocker, and he can get fooled with the roof here sometimes, especially in the daytime, not as much at night. But he wanted to make sure Stocker got a bunch of pop-ups hit to him.
And he hits a pop fly into shallow right field that Eric Anthony will handle for out number 1. Going to bring on Kurt Schilling. He will try to move the runner along. Schill hitting a .173. One homer he has knocked, or rather one double he has knocked in 2 runs. Sunday, August 29th, when the Phillies take on Cincinnati, we have a great-looking warm-up jacket for all youngsters 14 and under. A blue pullover with the Phillies logo on the front and back, compliments of Acme and Kraft. That's Sunday, jacket day for all youngsters, August 29th against Cincinnati. For tickets, call 463-1000 or stop by one of the many local Ticketmaster locations. One strike to Schilling. He has successfully sacrificed 9 times this year. Phillies pitching staff has done a good job in moving runners with sacrifice bunts.
They worked really hard on that in spring training. That was something they emphasized. They have that back field now at Jack Russell Stadium, the turf field. And in the mornings, there's a lot of different drills going on, and the pitchers were bunting every day on that back field. And it's an AstroTurf field, so that really gives them a good feel for trying to get the bunt down.
He popped that one up, and Taubensee makes the catch in foul ground. Nice play by Eddie Taubensee.
Yeah, poor effort by Schilling not getting the bunt down, but a terrific play by Taubensee to find this ball. Schilling pops it up. The catcher flips the mask off and just sees it in time to go get it.
Now we'll bring on Lenny Dykstra. He skied out to left field his first time up. Harnish has been tough on Dykstra, due just 1 for 9 against this right-hander. The one was a home run hit this year. One ball and no strikes to Lenny Dykstra.
Birthday wishes tonight to Tim Chamberlain of Levittown and to Tilly Forcina. Tilly is 78 today.
0-0 ball game. We're in the 3rd inning. Good pitching early by Harnish and Schilling. Looking ahead at this series, you would really expect well-pitched games in this series. Harnish, Draybeck, and Darryl Kyle, and Schilling, Terry Mulholland, and Ben Rivera. After coming out of Colorado, Mile High Stadium, runs will seem tough to come by, too. 2 balls and a strike to Lenny Dykstra.
That's a great ballpark for fans who want to come see a lot of runs scored. The Rocky fans right now are just into entertainment. You know, they know they have an expansion team, and they know they're going to win a lot, but they like the excitement their team provides there. And the Phillies are very fortunate to win 5 out of 6. And really should have won them all.
Yeah. There's a base hit to right field. Stopping at second base will be Milt Thompson. So the Phillies with 2 men on base and 2 outs for Mariano Duncan.
It's an example, though, of when you don't get the bunt down, how it can cost you. When you come into the Astrodome, you think about playing tight ball games all the time, because you get into a lot of very close games here, and Schilling not getting the bunt down cost himself a run.
The Phillies with 2 men on base and 2 outs for Duncan, who was called out on strikes his first time up. He chased the low and away breaking ball.
Duncan hurt his left hand a little bit then because he was trying to hold up. Harnish anticipates Duncan swinging first ball fastball, which he should, and starting with that hard slider.
Slams the ball to left field over the head of Gonzalez. One hopping off the fence. Thompson scores. Here comes Dykstra. He scores. 2-run double by Mariano Duncan. And the Phillies now have scored runs in 138 consecutive games without being shut out.
Harnish made a good pitch with a breaking ball in the first pitch. Here he throws a hanger. He's trying to go back out there again, and that one just hung right out over the plate for Duncan. Gonzalez tries to deke the base runners, but with 2 outs, they're running all the way, and both score easily.
So Mariano Duncan, a big 2-out double. And the batter will be John Kruk. One ball and no strikes to Kruk.
That guy continues to score runs. Unbelievable. 113 of them now.
He's on a pace, if he keeps this pace, of scoring 150 runs. Kruk pops it up into shallow center field. Finley coming on. Makes the grab, but the Phils have scored 2 here in the third on 3 hits, no errors, 1 left. Go to the bottom of the third, 2-0 Phils.
Go to the shopping center 9 out of 10 people use. The genuine Belle of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Belle Atlantic Company.
If you were to pick anyone from our design center or truck line in California,
it's a matter of pride.
Or the Camry line in Kentucky,
It's dedication.
Take the first person you see at our Michigan or Indiana facilities.
It's a matter of commitment.
And show them the latest quote praising a Toyota product. They'd simply say,
That's great.
Making it better. That's what it's all about.
People think Toyota's reputation was built on the strength of its products, when in fact it was built on the strength, pride, and commitment of a lot of people.
It means putting your name on the line.
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Budweiser, the king of beers, who reminds you friends know when to say when. By your local Dodge dealers. Come in today because we know how to help. And by Pizza Hut. Call Pizza Hut Delivery now and have your pizza by the 6th inning. Andujar Cedeno leads it off for Houston. Takes one high for a ball. He's hitting at 281. Bills lead 2-0. We're in the bottom of the third. Fouls it. One ball and 1 strike. Good fastball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. To Andujar Cedeno. He's that ball foul. It's still 1-2.
Jeff and Arlene Riesenfeld here at the ball game. Wanted to say hi to family and friends in Philadelphia and media. Jeff, a dream weaker last year, and Arlene used to be a hostess at Veterans Stadium.
Beats another foul ball. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cedeno. Phillies fan there. Seen a lot of Phillies fans on the road everywhere this ball club travels this year. Base hit by Cedeno. Second hit given up by Schilling, and that'll bring up Pete Harnisch. Harnisch is hitting 106. Lifetime of 141 hitter. He has sacrificed 9 times and probably will be called on to do that here. He was around a bunt, but takes it inside for a ball, 1-0. Gets the bunt down nicely, and Schilling tags Harnisch out. Sacrifice is good by Harnisch. Goes Schilling unassisted. Moving up to second base, Cedeno, and the batter will be Craig Biggio.
Schilling decides to take this himself. Good bunt by Harnisch. Harnisch tries to run a little pattern on him and get around him.
Biggio struck out his first time up. Fouls that one back and out of play. One strike to Craig Biggio. Phil's lead 2-0. We are in the bottom of the third. Ball on the strike.
Biggio's another guy you play as an opposite field hitter in the outfield, but you play him to pull in the infield. So you see where Dykstra is, and there is Duncan well over towards second.
On the outside corner, good pitch by Schilling. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Schilling is staying away from Biggio. They're playing him away, and he's pitching him away so far. Biggio is very quick inside, especially if he's looking for something.
Low and away, it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Schilling want to talk about what pitch they want to throw here as Dutch calls time.
They had a problem on the pitch prior to that, and I think Dalton doesn't want to go through that again. Whether it's location or whether it's a pitch itself. But the last pitch, Schilling kept shaking him off.
Base hit, right field. The runner went through a stop sign and scores, does Cedeno, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. RBI single by Biggio.
Well, he kept staying away from Biggio, and finally got a ball up and out over the plate, and Biggio hit it hard. As Harry said, they had a stop sign down there, did Matt Galani, the third base coach, and Cedeno just ran right through it. Eisenreich's throw was wide, or he would have had a shot at him.
So the Phillies' lead is cut in half. It's 2-1, and the batter will be Steve Finley. He struck out his first time up.
That Biggio will run once in a while.
Stolen 14 bases, but he's been thrown out a lot also. He's been thrown out 12 times. Our trivia question tonight brought to you by Roy Rogers, that one-of-a-kind place with that one-of-a-kind taste. Who is the pitcher who pitched the entire season for a pennant winner without starting a game? Then was the starting pitcher of Game 1 of the World Series. Playing a little hit and run, and Finley fouls it back.
That would be that Jim Constanti.
That is correct. Constanti started the first game of the 50 World Series after appearing in 74 games out of the bullpen for the regular season.
Might have lost like 1-0 in that game.
Lost 1-0.
Yep.
Gave up 4 hits and 1 run in 8 innings. But Vic Raschi lost a 2-hit shutout for the Yankees against the Bills. One ball and 1 strike to Finley. Fouls it straight back again, 1-2. Him out with a good slider. That's 5 strikeouts for Schilling. 2 down here in the third, and the batter will be Jeff Bagwell.
They're really doing a good job of staying away from Finley early in the count and then getting him out with breaking balls when they get 2 strikes on him. That time they got him with a breaking ball. The first time up, he threw him a fastball in.
Bagwell has played them all this year. He's played now in 283 consecutive games. Second longest streak in the majors. To, of course, the incredible one going by Cal Ripken. One ball and no strikes to Bagwell. Outside corner, 1-1. Ball shortstop, Stocker to Duncan. That will retire the side. Houston gets a run. They do it with 2 hits, no errors, leaving 1. Rich Ashburn will join Chris Wheeler in the 4th. At the end of 3, Phil's lead 2-1.
There's no place on earth that I'd rather be than out in the open where it's all plain to see. If it's gonna get done, it's up to you and me. Come on and head for the mountains of Bush. Come on and head for the mountains of Bush. Here.
Now, reports of the legendary 2-footed object have been growing.
Anything? Nothing.
Must be big. Even Chet's seen it.
We're getting something.
Coming over the hill, Sarge.
Hit the light, boy.
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot Pizza, the legendary value from Pizza Hut, with 2 square feet and a tasty new crust you can't get anywhere else. All for $10.99.
Okay, folks, let's break it up.
Bigfoot Pizza, the biggest pizza you can get delivered.
Our values are changing these days. People are reconsidering what to do with their money. And while just about everyone else is trying to sell you a $15,000 automobile with some interesting standard features, we'd like you to consider an automobile from under $7,000. With some interesting options, on what to do with the rest of your money. The Excel from Hyundai. Cars that make sense.
Backpack Day on Sunday, September 12th at 1:35. The Phillies and the Houston Astros. Perfect back-to-school gift for all fans 14 and under. A red backpack with the Phillies logo. What a way to show your Phillies colors as compliments of Campbell's Soup. So make your plans to come on out for a great baseball and a great gift. You can order your tickets by mail by calling 463-1000 or stop by any one of the local Ticketmaster outlets. Two good pitchers tonight in Pete Harnish and Kurt Schilling in a good ball game. 2-1 Phils lead it in the fourth. And we're joined by Rich Ashburn.
Yeah, good ball game. Some timely hitting by both clubs. After that Colorado series where the play was a little shaky and the field was a little shaky, both teams have executed pretty well.
Hollins hits a ground ball to first. Bagwell has it. He'll run to the bag. Retired Dave Hollins. Hollins walked his first time up. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Phillies Television Network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL-TV, Philadelphia.
And Darren Dalton, the batter. Happy belated birthday to Chris Amato from Easton, who is 74. Darren hit a fly ball to left his first time up. And Harnish starts him with a changeup outside, ball one.
We send our best wishes along to Brian Brown, who's in Kemple Hospital. Phillies fan.
Two balls, no strikes on Dalton with Eisenreich on deck. Phillies lead at 2-1 here in the fourth. Hits are even at 3.
Where everybody tries to pitch Dalton is up. That was a slider up, which is a pretty good pitch to hit most of the time. They throw him sliders up and fastballs up. Dalton likes the ball down.
Fouled away to the screen behind the plate.
Another pitch up and away. Joe Tang here. A birthday, Cape May Courthouse, New Jersey.
With a line drive base hit to left field. Field on a couple of hops out there by Gonzalez. So Darren Dalton, his first hit of the game, and hit number 4 for the Phils.
Once again, got a pitch out away and up a little bit, and he just leveled off on this one. Well, that's a nice swing on a pretty tough pitch.
It's a good little piece of defensive hitting right there with 2 strikes on you. Ball away. Darren Dalton talking to Jeff Bagwell. Eisenreich hit a line smash at Bagwell his first time up. Hollins was on first. Bagwell was standing right near the bag, caught it, and doubled Hollins off. Eisenreich at 3:28 coming into the game. Fouled out of play left side.
Edward Sherwine in Philadelphia, celebrating his 92nd birthday. He's been a Phillies fan for 77 years.
Seen a few ups and downs. Eisenreich takes it outside.
John Kramer, a birthday. John Kruk's his favorite ball player.
1 ball, 1 strike on Eisenreich with Dalton leading off first. 1 out. Phillies lead it by a run. Strike 2 call. 1 walk, 1 strikeout tonight for Harnish. Harnish gets a lot of strikeouts, 142 of them prior to the ballgame. Now at 143. Pete Harnish, a 2-time ECAC Player of the Year at Fordham, now makes his home in Freehold, New Jersey.
Yeah, that's where they pitch, or try to pitch Eisenreich hard stuff inside. You better get it inside to him, though. If you get it out over the plate, he can really hit it.
Got in on him there. Flies at the center field. Finley. And there are 2 outs in the 4th.
Danny Ritz in McAdoo, Pennsylvania, celebrating a birthday, just recovering from open heart surgery and eye surgery.
Number 25,
Thompson singled, scored in the 3rd inning. Thompson and Dykstra both singled and then scored on Duncan's 2-run double. Milt got his base hit right through the middle, as he gets so many of them. Pop-up, shallow left field. Cedeno, Caminetti, who wants it? Caminetti, the 3rd baseman. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left to the bottom of the 4th. 2-1 Phillies.
It was a quiet night, just like any other in Grover's Bend.
If your dad catches me up here, I'm history.
But in a flash, that all changed.
What's wrong? What was that thing?
The only way to survive these vicious attacks
We're here with a cry.
is to destroy them.
This town's a zoo.
Critters.
Sunday at noon on PHL 17.
Definitely not.
Absolutely not.
Negative.
To save pennies per call on your 800 service, would you risk losing sales?
No way.
No. Not a chance.
That's what over 9 out of 10 800 users we surveyed said. Introducing Maximum Advantage from AT&T. Now you can automatically get AT&T's lowest price guaranteed on the most reliable 800 service in the business. Know anyone who can beat that?
No.
Maximum Advantage from AT&T, the best in the business.
What if someone were to design a car about the size of a Ford Taurus outside, but with more room for people than Taurus or Toyota Camry inside? Someone did. What if someone were to design a car with safety features Taurus and Camry don't give you, like both driver and passenger side airbags standard, or an available integrated child safety seat? Someone did. And what if a prestigious magazine were to name this car Automobile of the Year? One of them did. Dodge Intrepid. This changes everything.
Good evening. I'm Neil Hartman with the PHL 17 Sports Break in the American League tonight. Chicago out in front of Minnesota 1-0 in the 4th. Boston trails Cleveland 3-1 in the 4th. Cal Ripken with a 3-run home run just now in the bottom of the 4th, his 20th. Baltimore takes the lead out in front of Texas. Joe Carter with a home run. Seattle leads Toronto 2-1 in the 5th. New York out in front of Kansas City 3-2 in the 6th. Mike Aldretti with a grand slam, his first for Oakland. 6-2 over Detroit and Milwaukee, California later on tonight. We send it now back to the Astrodome. 2-1 Phil's trail in the bottom of the 4th.
All right, Neil Hartman, thank you very much. And to the bottom of the 4th inning, Eric Anthony, Ken Caminetti, Luis Gonzalez. Left, left, left to face Schilling. Anthony hit a ground ball to short his first time up. Stocker made a diving play to his left, threw low to first. Kruk couldn't handle it and scored a base hit. Schilling has not walked a batter, but now he goes 3-0 on the leadoff man, Anthony. And he walks him on 4 pitches. So the Astros have their leadoff man on here in the 4th inning for Caminetti, grounded into a fielder's choice. Kruk to Stocker. Almost turned a 3-6-3 double play.
Fella hasn't hit the Phillies quite as hard this season as he usually does. He's a lifetime 300 hitter and better. I think around 275, 280.
Started his major league career right here in this ballpark against the Phillies in a 4-game series. He won Player of the Week right after the All-Star break one year. Hit homers from both sides of the plate. And Schilling, after missing with the first 5, gets a strike called there, 1-1. Caminetti didn't like it.
That was pretty close. It was maybe an inch off the plate. That's pretty good considering some of the calls we've seen here tonight.
2-1. Home plate umpire tonight is Wally Bell. This is the crew on which Joe West works. However, Joe is on vacation. So Wally Bell is the umpire here, along with Charlie Williams, Frank Pulley, and Gary Darling. Quick move to first, and back in time, Eric Anthony. Anthony is not a base stealer. He's stolen 2 this year and has been thrown out 4 times.
Once in a while, Art Howe, though, likes to send them. He likes that hit and run. He's tried it once tonight.
Right, and a good time to do it with a 2-1 count. He doesn't go, and the pitch is outside, 3-1. Schilling's trying to make a perfect pitch away to try and get Caminetti to ground into a double play, and now he's behind in the count. That is Gonzalez on deck. There he goes, and the ball is looped into left field. Anthony's going to get to third, and the Astros have runners at first and third, and nobody out on a broken bat base hit by Caminetti on a hit and run.
That was a hit and run or run and hit, 3-1 count. Sometimes he did hit it off the end of the bat.
Yeah, he broke his bat. Let Anthony off on the pitch. He saw it all the way. He picked it right up, so he's able to get to third easily. Now Gonzalez, the batter, struck out his first time up. Phillies will play the infield a double play depth and give up a tying run for 2 outs. There's nobody out here in the inning. Good fastball. Got him to chase. Gonzalez having a good year, batting at 300 coming into the game with 24 doubles and 12 homers.
Threw that fastball right by him.
Foul tip. So he's in the hole 0-2. The on-deck batter is the catcher, Taubensee. Got him on 3 pitches. Strikeout number 6 for Schilling. Number 130 on the year for Schilling, who's 8th in the league in strikeouts.
Not a good at-bat by Gonzalez. 2 of the pitches he swung at were way high.
Phillies return off this road trip to face those Colorado Rockies next week, Monday, Tuesday night games, and then the business person special on Wednesday, final one of the year. Off day Thursday, then the Cincinnati Reds in for the weekend. Friday, Saturday nights, and Sunday, August 29th, is Jacket Day. 463-1000 for your tickets. Taubensee and Scott Service, the 2 catchers for Art Howe. Taubensee, the left-handed batter. Came over here from the Cleveland Indians in the deal for Kenny Lofton. Fly ball left field. Thompson has a beat on it. He'll get it, but that'll tie the game. Tagging and scoring is Eric Anthony, and it's a 2-2 ball game. RBI number 31 for Eddie Taubensee.
That was a pretty good pitch by Schilling, too. It was a little slider down and away, and a lot of those big left-hand hitters will try to pull that ball. If they do, a lot of times you'll get the double play, but he went with it. Hit it pretty fair to left field.
So the Astros with single runs in the third and fourth have now tied the ball game. Here is Cedeno, the shortstop. Singleman scored the first run. The leadoff walk hurting Schilling here as Anthony scores. Schilling looks like he has good stuff tonight. 1 walk, 6 strikeouts thus far. There goes the runner, and he bounced an off-speed pitch up there, and Dalton has no chance. So Caminetti steals second base. That's number 7 on the year for him. It's almost like he knew what pitch was coming because he ran on a fork ball that he bounced.
Well, you have a base open now. I don't know whether that was such a great move. It looks like now they're going to walk Cedeno to get to Pete Harnish.
And Fregosi doesn't walk the 8-hole hitter a lot, especially early in the ball game. But looking for a low-scoring game here, he doesn't want to get hurt by a guy who already has a base hit in the game, so they will walk him. And pitch to Harnish, a 106 hitter, and lifetime 125 coming into the game. Harnish sacrificed his first time up. Two on, 2 outs in the fourth. Harnish with a late swing and a miss. Identical totals in this one. Both clubs, 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Phillies are overshifted on Harnish. Very shallow and right as Eisenreich. There's a little looper. Duncan leaps and grabs it. Harnish almost hurt Curt Schilling then. In the inning, 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. Through 4, we're tied at 2.
Pennsylvania Lottery's Cash 5 lump sum jackpot, just match 5 of 39 numbers. Any 5 numbers you're attached to. Cash 5. All the cash, all at once. When you win the Pennsylvania Lottery's Cash 5, we'll give you all the cash all at once. In one lump sum. All you have to do is pick it up. Cash 5. All the cash, all at once.
It was for immigrants and their children and their dreams. It was for families. For new beginnings. And today, there's still just one reason why we always do our best. It's for you. Mellon PSFS.
Where to find the Mountain Man. A mountain man can often be found on the trail of adventure, in search of remote watering holes, or weathering harsh climates. Most often, however, you'll find the mountain man wherever you find smooth bush beer or easy drinking bush light. So, head for the mountains and find yourself in the wide, open world of the mountain man.
Phillies scored 2 runs in the third on a 2-run double by Mariano Duncan. Braves a single run in the third on an RBI single by Biggio, and their second run on Ed Taubense's sacrifice fly. That's how we stand, 2-2.
And Kevin Stocker will lead it off. It'll be Stocker, Schilling, and Dykstra to face Pete Harnish and his Astros. Stocker hit a fly ball to right his first time up.
Little trivia for you, Wheels.
All right.
The only guy to ever hit for the cycle in both leagues.
Oh, man.
He's in the ballpark.
Strike called to Kevin Stocker, and it's not Jim Fregosi.
Realize how tough that would be?
Really? Think how tough
Only
it is.
man in the history of the game.
Yeah, think how tough it is to hit for the cycle, period. He's in the ballpark, huh? I know Fregosi did it in the American League a couple times, so it's not Fregosi.
Not Fregosi.
Oh. Thank you, Ray Tipton. Said, here's a quick hit. Bob Watson.
You got it. How did you ever guess that?
I don't know. That was an awful quick hint. Bob Watson, the assistant general manager of the Houston Astros.
He also scored the 1 millionth major league run.
Right.
Bob Watson, boy, what a good hitter he was.
Nicknamed Bull. Stocker, a line smash to right and a base hit for Kevin Stocker. Fielded on a hop by Anthony, who gets it back in. So Kevin Stocker has the Phillies' 5th hit of the game, and Schilling will be up to bunt once again. First time up, he wasn't able to get it down. Kevin Stocker is really doing a good job for the Phillies as he leads off with that hit. Schilling has sacrificed 9 times on the year. It's an 8-game hitting streak now for Stocker. Caminetti is way up in third, and he popped another one up. Now they're going to let it drop and go for 2, but Caminetti makes a bad throw to second. And now Stocker's finally out, as they still hadn't tagged the bag, and now Cedeno just tags it. They had the right thought process, but didn't execute.
He's lucky. Caminetti's lucky that ball didn't wind up in center field, his throw. Sometimes you can outsmart yourself in this business. Cedeno made a pretty good play. Still has Larry steps on it.
Yeah, it took him a while. 5-6. As Schilling once again isn't able to get the bunt down. He has a third baseman, Caminetti, right in his face, and he's been trying to push it to the right side and has popped up 2 of them. So Dykstra the batter. Lenny singled and scored in the 3rd inning. And that's not a good trade for the Phillies as they replace Stocker with a pitcher. And Lenny takes it high, ball 1. Dykstra's hitting at game time .317 on the road this year and .322 lifetime against these Houston Astros.
Hitting .308 right now.
High point of the season is .309. He didn't like that. 1-1.
A high strike that isn't called very often. See, that's up there just below the letters, but they usually don't call that a strike.
And it's 1-2 on Lenny. On deck is Duncan, who's doubled in the Phil's 2 runs. Lenny with a career-high 15 home runs. Most home runs by a Phil center fielder since Gary Maddox had 14 back in the 70s. Then he jams in, pops it up left side. Caminetti, the third baseman, 2 outs.
And he was trying to fight off that pitch, and he was just trying to really poke it to the opposite field, but it was high and it was inside, not a good pitch to swing at. Lenny didn't like the first 2 calls. See, he just kind of shoved the bat out there and got under it.
And with 2 outs and Schilling on at first, that'll bring up Duncan, who struck out in the first, double to left, knocking in runs 52 and 53 for Mariano. right side. Duncan had the day off yesterday as Mickey Morandini played well for the Phillies in that game against the Rockies. Mickey had a couple hits. That's a foul tip in and out of the glove of Taubensee, and the count 0-2 now on Duncan. Pete Harnisch, since July 1st, is 5-3 in 9 starts with a good earned run average of 2.58, and that includes 3 shutouts, one of them coming in his last start against the Rockies here on the 14th of this month, a 3-hitter, in which he struck out 12, matching his career high.
Duncan's had some pretty good cuts at him tonight. He's fouled some off. He did hit the double on a hanger, a hanging slider.
1-2 to Mariano. Fouls it back again. Harnisch coming into the game tonight, 5th in the league in strikeouts with 142. And he has 1 in the ball game so far, that on Duncan. The leader in strikeouts in the National League, 174, is Jose Urijo. The Phillies will see those Cincinnati Reds next weekend at the Vet. Struck him out. In the inning, no runs on a hit. We're through 4.5, tied at 2.
When my doctor said to start exercising, I knew I wasn't 25 anymore. That's when I called Bill, my nationwide insurance agent.
Jim had some questions, so we did a nationwide care review. We talked about his financial plan, life insurance, disability coverage, even retirement.
And we covered everything.
It turns out Jim was okay just the way he was.
Insurance-wise, right?
Oh, right.
The care review from Nationwide, because things change.
Nationwide is on your side.
Do you want your car done right?
If you want your car done right, it has to be done by the right people.
We take care of our customers. We do the job right.
Quality all the way.
Experience counts. The customer comes first. Satisfaction guaranteed.
We're only as good as our people. That's why Jiffy Lube is America's favorite oil change.
We got experience at Jiffy Lube.
There are cars with advanced engineering. There are cars that make you comfortable. There are cars that are well protected. There are cars that protect their occupants well. There are cars equipped the way you want. And cars that are easy to own now. Which one should be your new car? All of the above. Chevy Lumina Euro Sedan. Test drive a Chevy Lumina Euro today at your neighborhood Chevrolet dealer.
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Smooth Busch Beer and easy drinking Busch Light. Head for the mountains of Busch. By the Bell, Pennsylvania Yellow Pages, no other book can match it, a Bell Atlantic company. And by your local Hyundai dealer, Hyundai, cars that make sense. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Phillies, 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Houston Astros, not a big crowd here. The Phillies have played before 33,000 or more in 28 straight dates. The last time they played to less than that was a crowd of 12,569, and that was back on the 17th of July at San Diego. So the Phillies have been playing to a lot of big houses, both home and on the road. This one will fall short of that tonight. Craig Biggio leads it off. He has struck out single to right and knocked in his 46th run of the year. One and one. Top of the order, Biggio, Finley, Bagwell to face Schilling. Breaking ball, beaten foul at the plate. They've been pitching Biggio away all night, and they are playing him away. And he hurt him last time with a fastball out over the plate that he hit to right field. And away again, and this time Crux snares it right off the end of the bat as they continue to stay away from Craig Biggio, and so far they've gotten him out 2 out of 3 times.
Well, he's hit 14 homers, and every one of those would have been on the inside part of the plate. That's probably why they're going out there and take their chances. Hit it off the end of the bat a little bit.
And that'll bring up Finley, who struck out twice tonight. Schilling has struck out Finley and Gonzalez twice, both of them twice, and they're both left-handed batters. Struck him out on a forkball his first time up.
2 leadoff hitters tonight. Dykstra with 15 homers, Biggio with 14. That's unusual.
Schilling gets behind him 2-0. Yeah, you don't find too many leadoff batters with double figures in homers, let alone 2 in one game. I guess the best ever has to be Ricky Henderson.
Well, he's hit more leadoff homers than anybody in the history of the game.
Yep. Foul out of play, and Schilling comes back and evens the count at 2-2. 1 out, nobody on base in the 5th in a 2-2 game. Nice catch by that young man with a glove.
Bobby Bonds used to hit leadoff quite a bit. They hit him leadoff because he could steal so well, but he was also a home run hitter.
To right center, and it is trouble. It'll go all the way to the wall. Finley has good speed. He's coming around second, going for third. He'll have a triple. That's his 8th triple of the year. And the Astros have a runner at third and 1 out.
Schilling got that slider up. It's also the same pitch he had been striking Finley out on, that slider. Got it up and out over the plate. Split the gap.
Finley, with that good speed, turns it into a triple. He now trails Brett Butler for the league lead. They're going to bring the infield in for Bagwell. He's tied now with Vince Coleman for second.
This is also unusual for Fregosi to bring the infield in this early in the game.
Pitch to Bagwell's inside. Bagwell is flied to center, grounded to short into a fielder's choice. Probably anticipating a low-scoring game tonight. Doesn't want to give up a cheap one. We're tied at 2.
Kind of working hard inside, and he's missed on both pitches.
Yeah, this really makes the infielders nervous now when you're playing in, and a hitter like Bagwell, strong as he is ahead in the count 2-0. On deck is Anthony, a left-handed batter. Good pitch, swing and a miss. Bagwell's an inside outer. He likes the ball in on him, and he'll go the other way with it. Right back to Schilling off his glove, and the run's going to score. Duncan throws him out. Good base running by Finley. As soon as he saw that ball squirt off Schilling's glove, he knew it was slow enough that he could score, and he does. Bagwell gets the RBI, but give Finley a lot of credit.
Yeah, it looked like he went on contact, and had Schilling been able to field the ball, he would have been an easy out, of course. Ball was hit off the end of the bat.
So the Astros pick up another run, and they lead it 3-2. They've scored single runs in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th now after the Phillies led 2-0. Anthony has an infield hit. He's walked and scored a run. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Anthony.
Both those pitches outside, and Anthony, I think he liked it very much.
No doubt on that one. 2-2.
Yeah, that was high and outside, way outside.
Hits are even in the game now at 5, but the Astros lead it by a run, 3-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Anthony. Another foul ball first base side into the Astros dugout. Schilling 6'4", 215-pounder. He'll be 27 in November. Harnish will also turn 27 coming up. And the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Harnish's birthday is in September, the 23rd. These two guys' careers really parallel each other. 3-2 count, swing and a miss, struck him out, strikeout number 7 for Curt Schilling. But the Astros get a run in the inning on 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the 6th inning. It's 3-2 Houston.
Hey, Philly, let's get busy!
Hey, Philadelphia, show us your Bud Light. Woo! There it is! I'd drop everything for a Bud Light.
Bud Light's a blast! We'd ring the Liberty Bell for a Bud Light!
I go ape for Bud Light.
If you're not drinking Bud Light, you're not in the family.
Hey! Philly style with Bud Light. We want to drink our Bud Lights with you.
Hey!
The Phillies will be loaded for bear when they play Sandberg and the Cubs Monday, September 6th at 7:05. And Tuesday through Thursday, September 7th, 8th, and 9th, all at 7:35. Then they'll try to send the Astros into space Friday, September 10th at 7:35. Saturday the 11th at 7:05. And Sunday the 12th at 1:35 when kids 14 and under get a free backpack. Call 463-1000.
Summer clearance time is on at your Hyundai dealer. And up to $2,000 factory cash back makes it the best time of the year to buy the Hyundai of your choice. Right now, you can get into a sleek new Elantra for as low as $86.49. Plus, you don't have to make a down payment. No money down. And that's not all, because you'll get 2 years of scheduled service at no charge. So for big savings, no down payment, and no cost scheduled service, get into your Hyundai dealer today. Hurry in for the best selection during summer clearance time. Ends Labor Day.
Let's take a look at after 5. Curt Schilling is on the short end of a 3-2 game. He has given up 5 hits. He has walked 2 unintentional, and he struck out 7 so far. Pete Harnish has 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. He's given up 5 hits and 2 runs. And in the sake of accuracy, in the 5th inning, 1 run on 1 hit for the Houston Astros. As Bagwell grounded out 1-4-3 and picked up the RBI, his 78th. And the Phillies lead it off with Kruk. John's 0 for 2. First pitch is outside. It'll be Kruk, Hollins, Dalton face Pete Harnish here in the 6th inning. Phillies led 2-0, now trail 3-2.
I tell you, I wouldn't last one at bat. If a guy called a strike like that, a foot outside.
1 ball and 1 strike on Kruk. Kruk tonight is grounded out to first baseman Bagwell, flied out to center. John coming into the game, 3rd in hitting in the league at .339. Now batting .338. Swinging and a miss at an off-speed pitch. 2-2. Shading them slightly towards left center are the Houston Astros. Fouled out of play.
Kruk used to be almost a dead left field hitter, opposite field hitter, but he's pulled the ball more. He hits quite a bit to center field, and once in a while will pull the ball if he gets the pitch.
See the defense there as they play him opposite field in the outfield, but they play him to pull in the infield. Harnish takes a long time and then finally steps off once Taubman see to go through the signs again. Harnish has one walk tonight, a leadoff walk to Hollins in the second. 3-2 now to Kruk. Struck him out, looked like a changeup. 3-2 changeup, and down on strikes goes Kruk. That's strikeout number 3 for Harnish.
That was a good pitch, off speed. That straight change had Kruk way out in front on the swing.
Hollins, the batter, has walked and grounded out to first. Hollins at 281. Coming off a 3-hit game yesterday. Pete Harnish coming into the game 5th in the league in strikeouts, 2nd in opponent's batting average against him, just .221, and strikeouts per 9 innings, 2nd with 8. And he walks 3.3 batters per 9. And he gets high on Hollins, 3-0. The Phillies, who walk a lot, leading the league easily in that, have only been able to get one off him so far. 3-1 to Hollins. Phillies with 512 walks at this point. Fly ball left center and deep. Back they go. This ball is a home run for Dave Hollins to the opposite field. For Hollins, his 14th of the year, and it's a 3-3 ball game.
Can't believe that ball carried so far. It reached the bleachers in left center. Opposite field homer for Hollins. 3-1 fastball that might have been a ball. It was up and away. Makes a brand new ball game out of it.
Home run number 17, Whitey, served up by Harnish. Yeah, out over the plate. About belt high, he did nail it. Harnish will throw some long balls. That's 5 the Phillies have hit off him this year. And Dalton gets jammed and pops it up. And Taubensee is going to have a play. Tell you what, there isn't much room to pop up foul in this place. And Hollins getting congratulations in the dugout as there are 2 outs and we have a tie ball game. College football, all the color, pageantry, and spirit of a traditional rivalry. The legendary Fighting Irish play the Midshipmen at the Vet. Order tickets by phone. Call the Phils at 463-1000 or stop by the Phillies ticket office at the Vet. Jim Eisenreich is 0 for 2. He's lined into a double play and flied out. Takes a strike. This fun and exciting college football game is sponsored by Super Pretzel Soft Pretzels, Herman's World of Sporting Goods, WOGL, and the Philadelphia Inquirer. Harnish and Schilling both have now thrown 17 home run balls this year. To mention 5 of them hit by the Phillies. Harnish has been a little wild in this inning. He's run a 2-3 ball counts. Now he's 2-1. That's the first homer that Hollins has hit off Harnish this year. That is pitching coach Bob Cluck looking on. Astros have pretty good staff.
Oh, sure. Bob Cluck is an excellent pitching coach. Good hitting coach.
Grounded weakly to second on a couple of hops. Biggio throws him out. Phil's tie the game in the inning on a home run by Dave Hollins. We go to the bottom of the sixth. It's 3-3.
The summer Toyota-thon clearance is on. Thousands of great deals are happening right now.
Squire, it's really exciting here. With only a few days left, people are saving thousands on Toyotas.
Hardworking Toyota trucks are going fast. Now lease the Toyota truck you want for $139 a month. Or buy the T100, ranked best full-size pickup at initial quality. It's all happening right now at the Summer Toyota-thon.
It looks like the coach is really mad now.
Look at you. You're dull. You're rusty. I've seen you outperformed in the rain, the snow. You haven't had one good season yet. It's going to be different. You're going to get tough. Rust Tough. You know why? Because Rust Tough has a unique fast-drying formula with rust inhibitors that form a tough, hard-nosed defense against rust. Look at you now. You're tough. You're going to shine.
No runs, no drips, no...
Got rust? Get tough. Rust Tough.
You ever eat bear?
No.
You're gonna like it. Tastes just like chicken.
What's that?
Look, if you want the taste of chicken, come to Roy Rogers, where 5 pieces of Roy's incredible fried chicken are just $3.99.
So, what do you think? Great. Tastes just like chicken.
Roy Rogers.
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by Jiffy Lube, America's favorite oil change. By Nationwide Insurance. Nationwide is on your side. Your Nationwide agent in Westchester is David Gosselin. And by Bell Atlantic Mobile, advanced technology and people who make it mean something. There's a guy that could launch him, Whitey. Jimmy Wynn, the toy cannon.
He probably, I think he still has the longest home runs ever hit in this ballpark. That's it right there, that star, number 24. That's in those blue seats.
Look where that is. You know, Barry Lurch was in Colorado the other night, and he said that he threw an upper deck home run to Jimmy Wynn one day. That might have been it.
The longest one that Barry Lurch ever threw was to Willie Stargell in Philadelphia, in that tunnel up there. That mark's still up there, too.
I asked Lurch about that the other night. He insists he threw that, and I thought Bunning threw that one. All these years.
I wouldn't think you'd want to be bragging about that unless you threw it.
No, that's a good point.
Barry Lurch is also the guy who struck Pete Rose out 3 times in a row in a game. And one of those... and then he missed a strikeout and then struck him out in the 9th inning with the bases loaded.
And Barry didn't throw real hard.
Threw a big curveball. Had a good curve, overhand hook.
It's good to see Barry. Caminetti, strike 3 called on the inside corner. That's strikeout number 8 for Kurt Schilling. 1 out here in the 6th.
Good slider here. The ball really had some bite to it. Just over the knees.
And Gonzalez, the batter, he struck out twice tonight. Schilling's strikeout high is 9, so he's 1 away from matching that. He's done that twice this year. Fly ball to left field. Thompson has room. It's hit fairly deep, but he waits, and Milt grabs it 2 down. Those 9 strikeout games for Schilling were against Los Angeles on April 23rd and at San Francisco on July 23rd. Two up and 2 down here in the 6th inning for Taubensee, who struck out, knocked in a run on a sacrifice fly. That's Todd Jones. starting to loosen. Taubensee takes it over for a strike. They have two Joneses in the bullpen, Todd Jones, and then the veteran Doug Jones. Strike called. No balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 to Taubensee. Ooh, that was close. 1-2.
It was a better pitch than the one he threw before. Inside.
Sometimes those umpires are right.
Great call, Wally.
1-2. Grounded to third. Hollins on a big hop. Fires. Got him. 3 up and 3 down. Kurt Schilling in the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Harry DeKay back with Whitey for play-by-play in the 7th. Score, the Phillies 3 and the Astros 3.
It's often taken for granted, yet it's as precious as the very air we breathe. It's called freedom. And it's what inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new Personal Choice, a health plan that offers people the low costs of an HMO without asking them to give up what they value most, their freedom. Personal Choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
What I like about you, you really know how to dance. Hey!
From the Jersey Shore, it's Bud Light.
Now this is Jersey, Bridge and Tunnel, here we come. I drink Bud Light because it's made in New Jersey.
They get a Bud Light, baby. Hey! Give it up for Bud Light, girlfriend.
Woof, there it is. Hey! Jersey and Bud Light, you got it. Bud Light, it's unbelievable. Oh! Hey!
Looking for a great car at a great price? Well, your local Nissan dealers are having one of their biggest sales events of the year.
I was in the right place, and it must have been the right time.
For a limited time, you can lease a Nissan Maxima GXE for just $1,000 down and $299 a month. Lease a Sentra XE Limited Edition for just $500 down and $169 a month. Or buy an Altima starting at $13,000. Your local Nissan dealer. It's the right place at the right time.
I was in the right place, and it must have been the right time.
It's a really good-looking baseball jacket, free for kids 14 and under. Compliments of Acme and Kraft when the Phillies play the Reds Sunday, August 29th at 1:35. They'll make a racket to get this jacket. Call 463-1000.
After 6 innings of play, it's the Phillies 3 and the Astros 3. Sunday at noon, something evil has invaded Grover's Bend, and it is tearing the town apart. D. Wallace Stone stars in Critters, only on Philadelphia's movie station, PHL. And Terry Kellis joining us here in the 7th.
All right, thanks, Rich. A tie ball game at 3-3, and Milt Thompson has singled and scored a run, and he has popped up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Good off-speed pitch, fooled him, had him well out in front of it, 1-2. Kevin Stocker will be next, and then Kurt Schilling. No one up in the Phillies bullpen. There is activity in Houston's pen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Todd Jones and Al Osuna up in Houston's bullpen. There's a gapper into left center field. Mill will get 2 on it. On his way to second base, a stand-up double for Milt Thompson.
That's the same ball Milt hit in the 3rd game of the season down here. A 10th inning double to clear the bases. Won the ball game for the Phillies. That was a pitch high and away. Leveled off nicely. Milt likes that ball out there.
Schilling is going to stay in the game, so Stocker, normally you'd want a guy to pull the ball and move the runner up, but Stocker will go to swinging and try to get a base hit here.
I think he'll still try to pull the ball. No, not there.
It's a long run for Gonzalez. Great running catch, but Thompson alertly tags and moves to third. Nice play by Luis Gonzalez right near the foul line. But it served the same thing as a ground ball on the right side. Thompson now at third base with one out.
That was a fair ball, too. Plastered himself in that corner after the catch on the dead run. That was a good play. Well, the Astros will bring their infield in here. And looks like Fregosi wants to save his bullpen and hope for a break here.
Well, he does have Lenny Dykstra hitting next. Schilling is 0 for 2 on a couple of bunt tries. Fouled one off and bunted into a fielder's choice. Bouncing ball tapped right to Biggio, and Schilling is retired. Thompson has to hold at third. It'll bring on Lenny Dykstra.
Have to have a lot of faith in your leadoff hitter to use this kind of strategy. Schilling a little disappointed at himself. He's not a good hitter, but he wanted to do more than that with the infield in.
So here's Dykstra, who is flying out singled and popped up. One ball and no strikes.
I don't know what Lenny's going to do, but I don't think Art Howard would probably rather see anybody up there but Dykstra. Pesky hitter.
One ball and one strike.
That smile means that he thought it was a ball, which it was.
Fouls it back and out of play, 1-2.
Harnish has gone right after Dykstra with hard stuff for the most part. Not trying to be cute with him. Milt Thompson, 90 feet away.
Missed inside, 2-2.
That was close. He got Dykstra out inside his last time up.
Bouncing foul down the first base side, still 2-2.
Tried it again.
Dykstra's not had real good career success against Harnish. 2 hits and 11 at-bats, one of them a home run. He's wide with it. It's a full count. Mariano Duncan waits on deck here in the 7th. He checked his swing and he walked him. Walk number 101 received by Dykstra this year. He leads the league, and the Phillies have runners at first and third, 2 outs for Mariano Duncan. Duncan has struck out, doubled in a pair, and struck out. Art Howe coming out to talk to Harnish. He won't take him out, just to chat with him. Let's pause for station identification on the Phil's television network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV, Philadelphia.
Bullpen stays up. Jones the right-hander, Osuna the left-hander.
Katrina Hoffman and Rory Roken from Yeadon, Pennsylvania, here cheering for the Phils. Duncan had a pitch to hit there, fouled it back, no balls and one strike. Philly runners first and third with 2 outs. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Dykstra take off from first.
Fouls it out of play, 1-2.
When he's not taking much of a lead, and it's not all that important that he tries to steal the base. In fact, I doubt if the Astros would even cover, especially with 2 strikes on Duncan.
Bouncing ball to third base. Caminetti throws across, and Harnish is out of the inning. For the Phils in the 7th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. Phillies lead 2. Stretch time at the Dome. We go to the bottom of the 7th. We're tied, 3-3.
It is the most unstable land fault on our continent.
I think we're going to have a really big quake.
And it will lie dormant no more.
Get me in the mayor's office. It's a matter of gravest urgency.
Charlton Heston, Ava Gardner, Lauren Green, and George Kennedy. Brace yourself for Earthquake, Monday at 8 on PHL 17.
You get a Mustang and
Each year, a shipment of school supplies arrives at community colleges nationwide. Here, students, handpicked by Ford dealers, earn degrees in automotive technology on Ford cars and trucks. All to give you service at your dealer you won't find anywhere else. Quality care, where the quality continues.
For quality service or to test drive one of the best-selling cars and trucks in America, see your local Quality Plus Ford dealer today.
Hi, I'm Dick Vermeer with a Blue Cross Blue Shield Health Kit. What is the #1 killer of Americans ages 1 to 44? Cancer, heart disease, traffic crashes. If you guess traffic crashes, you're right. Arrive alive, buckle up, and never drink and drive.
Here's a summary of the ball game. Schilling has pitched 6 innings, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks. A lot of strikeouts in these last 5 starts, 35. Pete Harnish, 7 innings, 3 runs, 7 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. Holland's home run in the 6th has tied the game at 3-3.
And 2 quick strikes on Andujar Cedeno. Casey Candel is in the on-deck circle to bat for the pitcher Harnish. Didn't chase the low and away pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cedeno. He has singled and been intentionally walked.
I don't think the Phillies are would be all that unhappy to see him out of the game.
A little bit high. 2-2.
He could stay in the game if Cedeno gets on.
Yeah, he has a bat in his hand, so he might stay in. After getting ahead of Cedeno, 0-2, it's now full.
Cedeno's laid off some pretty close pitches, but they were balls.
Hit to right field. Eisenreich right there. 1 down. And Candel will indeed bat for the pitcher, Harnisch. Casey Candel hitting at .233, batting .269 right-handed, .213 left-handed. As a pinch hitter, he's just 4 for 27. Harnisch finished for the night.
Did what he had to do to keep his team in the game.
1 ball and 1 strike to Candel. Wide. 2-1. Fouls that one out of play. 2-2. The high fastball, full count. Fouls off another pitch, still 3-2 to Casey Candel. Another one. Full count holds to Candel. Spoils another one. Candel is hanging tough. Still 3-2.
Schilling keeps throwing strikes. Candel fouling them off.
Base hit to right field. Eisenreich takes it on 1 hop. Candel is a 1-out base runner. And it will bring on Craig Biggio.
Candel hit a 3-2 slider that was down. Probably a ball, but he hit it pretty hard. This is where Art Howe now likes to go to his hit and run. Has the hitter to do it, Biggio.
David West will get up in the Phillies bullpen. First Phillies bullpen activity of the night. Bobby Thigpen will also get up. Ground ball. Hollins is guarding the line, and that's a base hit. Hollins tight to the line, guarding against an extra base hit. And so the Astros have 2 men on base with 1 out. Johnny Padres will come out and talk to Schilling.
Give David West some time to heat up also. Bobby Thigpen's also warming up. That, guarding the line, that's always open for contention. Some people think you do it too much late in the game. Others think you have to. Try to take an extra base hit away from a batter. But then sometimes the ball
will be like that, where you give a guy a hit where it might have been
double play ball.
Yep. Here's Steve Finley. He's twice struck out, tripled, and scored a run. Smash back through the middle. Rounding third, Candell. Dykstra's throw will be late, and everybody else moves up. And Finley has put Houston in front 4-3 here with his second hit of the game.
And Dykstra's throw missed the cutoff man and allowed the other two runners to advance the extra base. That's a mistake, because he really didn't have a chance to get Candell anyway. Take your losses, and reached out on a high pitch. It's like Schilling was attempted to go with a bare hand there, but good thing he didn't, because it was a hard hit ball, and that high throw, see, he had no play at home plate.
And Bagwell will get the intentional walk, and that would probably mean that David West will be called in out of the bullpen, with the left-hand hitting Eric Anthony due up next. Bagwell is 0 for 3, but he has knocked in a run. He's driven home 78 this year. So this will load the bases with Astros with one out. And here comes Jim Fregosi, and he'll call on David West. So Curt Schilling is finished for the night here in the 7th inning. And David West has been summoned from the Phillies bullpen. Schilling has given up 4 runs, is responsible for the runners on base. Pitching change for the Phils. We're in the 7th, 4-3 Houston. Back after these messages.
There was an old lady who lived in a shoe. A fresh little crib, and brand spanking new. And that shoe let her do things that no man could do. She jukes and she cuts and stops dead in her tracks. She plants and she spins, leaving chumps on their backs. And who gets the credit? Some mother named Goose. Check you out, yo. Converse, of course. And that new React juice.
It's like having a Phillies ticket window come right to your home. Call 463-1000 and reserve your tickets in advance. No rushing, no waiting, no hassle. 463-1000. It's like having a Phillies ticket window right in your home.
David West is the Phillies' new pitcher. This will be his 58th game. He's among the league leaders in appearances. He's won 5, lost 3. His ERA is 2.90. 70 strikeouts in 68 in the 3rd innings and 35 walks, just 53 hits. So David West comes in a tight jam, bases loaded, 1 out. And he'll try to get Eric Anthony here. Houston leads it by a run, 4-3. Low with it, 1-0. One ball and no strikes. Wide with a 2-0.
Came in yesterday in that Colorado game and really was wild. First time we've seen him very, very wild all season long. He's had decent control.
Popped him up. Kevin Stocker waits. Infield fly rule in effect, and that's out number 2. That's a big out for David West, and that'll bring on Ken Caminetti.
That's a big out because Anthony went after ball 3. Popped it up, of course, and he was probably a little too anxious with the bases loaded and 1 out and chased that high pitch. This is up there. Up there a little too high to hit.
Caminetti batting right against West with the bases loaded and 2 down. 4-3 Houston. Ooh, almost got by Dalton. 1 ball and no strikes. Two and nothing.
Hasn't really thrown a strike yet. That kind of worries you.
Jim Fregosi kind of nervously looking on with the bases loaded here and 2 outs. Pops a foul, will come back and out of play. 2-1 to Ken Caminetti. David West trying to get out of this 7th inning jam. Base, they're loaded. Biggio at 3rd, Finley at 2nd, Bagwell at 1st. Full count. So all the runners will be moving here with 2 outs.
Kind of a big pitch right here for both clubs.
Him up. Playable down the first base foul line. Truck puts it away. So West comes in with the bases loaded, 1 out, and gets out of the jam. Houston takes the lead with a run, 3 hits, no errors. They leave them loaded. We go to the 8th inning. It's 4-3 Houston.
Hey, Phillies, let's get busy! Hey, Philadelphia, show us your Bud Light! Woo! There it is! I'd drop everything for a Bud Light!
Bud Light's a blast! We'd ring the Liberty Bell for a Bud Light!
I'd go ape for Bud Light!
If you're not drinking Bud Light, you're not in the family.
Hey! Philly style with Bud Light! We want to drink our Bud Lights with you! Hey!
Definitely not.
Absolutely not.
Negative.
To save pennies per call on your 800 service, would you risk losing sales?
No way.
No. Not a chance.
That's what over 9 out of 10 800 users we surveyed said. Introducing Maximum Advantage from AT&T. Now you can automatically get AT&T's lowest price guaranteed on the most reliable 800 service in the business. Know anyone who can beat that?
No.
Maximum Advantage from AT&T, the best in the business.
Ah, the signs of summer.
They're all around us. Now there's a new one, the Oldsmobile Summer of Savings. It means it's the best time of the year to buy a new Olds, like this loaded Cutlass Sierra Special Edition. It was $16,174, now only $13,995. You'll find Oldsmobile Summer of Savings prices just as exciting on every new Olds in stock. Look for the new sign of summer that says it's the best time ever to buy a new Olds.
Tonight's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. By AT&T, because you're not the same as anybody else, there's the iPlan. And by your local Quality Plus Ford dealer. Now is the time to save big on the best-selling cars and trucks in America during our Ford dealers model year-end clearance. Todd Jones is the new pitcher, a 25-year-old from Pell City, Alabama. Since his call-up from Tucson, he has pitched very, very well for the Houston Astros. This is his 15th game. No wins, no losses, 1 save, an .074 ERA. 24 in the third innings, 13 hits, just 2 earned runs, 18 strikeouts, and 7 walks. Hadn't given up an earned run in his last 19 in the third innings. And he jumps ahead of John Kruk. 0-2. Krucker's 0 for 3.
This guy must be doing a great job, because I'm a little surprised that Art Howe has put a right-hand pitcher in here.
Kruk reads in with a base hit to right field, so Kruk is a leadoff base runner for Dave Hollins.
Bagwell might have had a play on that ball, but he slipped on the turf. Don't think he could have had it, but he did make a move on it. Went to his knees.
Hollins has walked grounded out and tied the game with a solo home run in the 6th inning. Houston went ahead in the 7th. It's 4-3 Astros. Fastball's a little bit high. Jones was selected as a compensation pick after the first round of the June '89 draft. Compensation for losing a Type A free agent. That free agent was Nolan Ryan. 2 balls and no strikes. Houston leads 4-3 here in the 8th. Three balls and no strikes.
Looks like he's throwing sinkers, but they're high sinkers. Pretty good movement on the ball. Sinker's not a very good pitch if it's high. It's an excellent pitch if it's low. High. Whoop.
3 balls and 1 strike. Corner, it's a full count.
That's the best pitch he's thrown to Hollins. It's the sinker again, and it started a little bit inside, tailed back over the plate.
Is Kruk running here?
Yeah.
Okay. Kruk at first and nobody out. He isn't. And it's inside, ball 4, and the Phillies have their first 2 men on base here in the 8th inning. Nobody out. Aaron Dalton will be the batter.
It looks like Art Howe will go to his left-hander, Al Osuna. The pitch to Dalton. A lot of people are speculating as to whether Art Howe will be back in '94.
He is calling on Al Osuna. So this will be it for Jones, who faced 2 batters, gave up a hit and a walk. Pitching change for the Astros. We're in the 8th. It's 4-3 Houston. Back after these messages.
It was for immigrants and their children and their dreams. It was for families, for new beginnings. And today, there's still just one reason why we always do our best. It's for you. Mellon PSFS.
It's often taken for granted, yet it's as precious as the very air we breathe. It's called freedom. And it's what inspired Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield to create the new Personal Choice, a health plan that offers people the low costs of an HMO without asking them to give up what they value most, their freedom. Personal Choice, the health plan that controls costs, not people.
Al Osuna, the left-hander, the new pitcher for Houston. This is his 35th game. He's won 1, lost 1, saved 2 at 3.60 ERA. He's pitched 20 innings, given up 17 hits and 8 runs, has struck out 15 while walking 8. Osuna just turned 28 years of age. Pitched for Stanford in the '87 College World Series.
Fastball slider for the most part, and he's had his ups and downs as a reliever. Used to be real tough on the Phillies. They've messed him up a little bit in the last couple seasons.
Facing Darren Dalton, Dutch is 1 for 5 lifetime against Osuna. Phillies with 2 men on base and nobody out. Dalton is fly to left, single to left, and fouled out to catcher Taubensee.
Done a good job on the inherited base runners. Only allowed 5 of 36 to score.
Starts Dalton with his slider.
Slider right over the plate.
No balls and a strike to Darren Dalton. To center field. It is deep, but Finley's going to make the catch right in front of the warning track. Both runners move up after the catch. Kruk to third, Hollins to second on a deep fly ball by Darren Dalton.
Dutch didn't put his best swing on that, but he hit it a long way. Finley back there to the warning track. Good base running, especially by Hollins, moving up from first to second. Kruk was going to make it easily from second to third. Sometimes it's tough for that base runner to get to second.
Wes Chamberlain now is going to come out as a pinch hitter for Jim Eisenreich. So Wes Chamberlain.
Comes Art Howe again.
Got a right-hander up in the bullpen.
And he's made the wave.
So he will call on Xavier Hernandez to come in here. With Chamberlain having been announced as the pinch hitter, this will be it for Osuna. Philly runners second and third with 1 down here in the 8th. Pitching change, 4-3 Houston. Back after these messages.
You get a Mustang and
Each year, a shipment of school supplies arrives at community colleges nationwide. Here, students, handpicked by Ford dealers, earn degrees in automotive technology on Ford cars and trucks. All to give you service at your dealer you won't find anywhere else. Quality care, where the quality continues.
For quality service or to test drive one of the best-selling cars and trucks in America, see your local Quality Plus Ford dealer today.
The legend of the Colonel's rotisserie gold is the talk of Lake Edna. You should hear what they're saying about the deep marination. The slow roasting. That special blend of herbs and spices. And the golden brown color. But 5-year-old Allie put it best when she said, the Colonel's rotisserie gold in quarters, halves, and wholes. At KFC, we do chicken right.
Xavier Hernandez is the new pitcher. This will be his 58th game. He's among the league leaders in appearances. He's won 3, lost 3, a 2.85 ERA. He has 6 saves, 75 and 2/3 innings, 62 hits, 24 earned runs. A lot of strikeouts, 73 strikeouts in 75 and 2/3 innings, 21 walks. Features a good split finger pitch along with a fastball and a breaking ball.
Houston keeps their infield back. Oh, it's very important that West does not strike out.
Kruk at third, Hollins at second with 1 out here in the 8th inning. A bit low, 1-0.
That was his splitter, and a good eyeball there by West. That's a pitch a hitter will chase a lot of times, but it dropped down low.
Chamberlain hitting at 286 as a pinch hitter. He is 2 for 12. Low again.
Same pitch. Now West ought to be able to look for, I would think, a fastball. He doesn't look like he was ready to swing on either of those first 2 pitches. He took them both. Maybe he was. Maybe he's got just an excellent eye.
Two balls and no strikes to West Chamberlain. Low. It's 3-0. Milt Thompson waiting on deck.
Did Green light him here? I think they're going to walk him. That would be foolish, though.
No. I don't think so. I think I'd have him taken. Larry Bow wants to make sure West knows what he is supposed to do here.
Certainly a good hitting pitch situation, 3-0.
Jim Fregosi does give a lot of 3-0 green lights, but I don't think he will do it here. He's got the left-hand hitting Milt Thompson up next, who's had a good ball game. Him on 4 pitches, and the Phillies have the bases loaded with 1 out for Milt Thompson.
Now telling his infield, play for the double play ball. He really didn't come close to anything in the strike zone against Chamberlain.
Now does not have any more left-handers available out of the bullpen. Rob Malaco, who is a left-hander, is disabled. So Milt Thompson has single, popped up, and doubled. Bases are loaded with 1 out. And thrown a strike yet as Hernandez. 1 ball and no strikes. Fouled. 1-1 the count to Thompson. In the end, it's 2-1.
That's his splitter again, and he seems to be low with all of those. A deceptive pitch.
Beats the ball foul, 2-2.
Milt's mad at himself because he did chase the low pitch. 2-2 count is a lot different than a 3-1 count with the bases loaded. But that's history.
Thompson is called out on strikes for out number 2 in the inning. So it's up to Kevin Stocker.
Hernandez finally made a pitch. That almost dropped down low. Got the plate easily enough.
So it brings on Kevin Stocker, who is fly to right, singled, and fly to left. It's low. 1 ball and no strikes. Houston leading 4-3. We are in the 8th. Phillies have them loaded with 2 outs. And that's low. It's 2-0. He almost has to get a fastball here, Stocker.
Hernandez has only thrown 2 strikes since he's been in the ball game. One that Milt Thompson fouled off, and the one that he took for a called third strike. Everything else has been a ball, and now Bob Cluck, the pitching coach, he's going to tell his pitcher, hey, you have to throw a strike here. Take your chances.
Probably tell him, go ahead and give him a fastball. Don't call that splitter again with a count 2-0. Kevin Stocker is a rookie.
He's even been missing with a few fastballs that he's thrown. Been low with almost everything.
2 balls and no strikes to Kevin Stocker. Glove of Thompson. It's 2-1.
Stocker had a pretty good swing. It was a strike. It was a fastball. Yeah.
Two and one to Stocker.
That low pitch.
That was a splitter that he went after. Came down low.
Stocker has been a very aggressive hitter, but overly aggressive there. That was way down. Couldn't have done much with that even had he hit it. Stocker seeing all these pitchers for the first time, and he doesn't know what all these pitchers throw.
Full count. Everybody will be moving. Trut from third, Hollins from second. Chamberlain from first.
Boy, this is where the rookie Kevin Stocker really has to use his eyes.
They'll throw him a fastball for sure. He'll take a chance with that splitter. Fouled it off.
That was ball 4, too. That was low and inside. See, that's way inside. He's lucky he got wood on that. I think that might have been the splitter, Harry.
See, I thought it was a fastball.
Well, his fastball sinks. So maybe it was, whatever it was, Stocker was way out in front, just got it off the end of the bat.
3 balls and 2 strikes, it holds. Back again.
That was his fastball. It tailed back a little, pretty close to the inside corner.
Still 3-2 to Stocker.
Stocker's seen about everything that he has in his repertoire.
Again, a 3-2 pitch. Fouls it again. Now Stocker wants the rosin bag from on-deck man David West. Wants that pine tar cloth and rosin. Still 3-2.
Old-fashioned battle here between the hitter and the pitcher.
Fouls it again.
Well, those are so close to being strikes or borderline pitches. Keeps throwing Stocker inside with that sinker ball. See, this is very close to the inside corner again.
Close enough that you can't really take it.
That tailed back probably caught the corner.
Well, they will try it once again at 3 balls and 2 strikes to Kevin Stocker. Line drive into center field. Base hit. It gets by Finley all the way to the fence. 3 runs will score. Stocker's going to go to third with a triple, and the Phillies lead this game by a score of 6-4. What a big blow by the rookie shortstop Kevin Stocker, and what a battle he gave Xavier Hernandez.
I tell you, rookies aren't supposed to do that. They are not supposed to do that. Hernandez finally got a pretty good pitch to hit. See, that's out over the plate. He leaned out and stroked it into center. Finley was going to try to catch it. Ball rolled all the way by him, of course. What a big hit. for Kevin Stocker, probably the biggest he's had since being called up.
Boy, he has had, how about on this trip, the 2-out hits he has had. David West can swing the bat. He fouls one back and out of play.
He had 6 2-out RBIs in the Colorado series.
Right.
There's 3 more 2-out RBIs.
David West is 2 for 4 as a hitter this year. He's been a good hitter in his career, although he's in the hole now, 0-2. West's lifetime is 5 for 11 as a hitter. But he strikes out, but the damage has been done by Kevin Stocker. 3 runs in the inning on just 2 hits, including the bases loaded triple by Stocker. 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Phil's on top, 6-4.
There are lots of ways to have fun at a baseball game besides the game. Now, the games. The Phillies give Colorado a Rocky Mountain Low Monday, August 23rd, and Tuesday, the 24th at 7:35, and Wednesday, the 25th at 12:35 in a business person special. Then Cincinnati turns red Friday, August 27th at 7:35, Saturday, the 28th at 7:05, and Sunday, the 29th at 1:35 when kids get a baseball jacket free. Call 463-1000.
In Africa, they are legends. In all the Americas, you could not see one until now. The white lions, 2 of them, only at the Philadelphia Zoo. You could spend a lifetime searching for a glimpse of one, or spend a day at the zoo looking at 2 for as long as you'd like.
We're growling, peeping, creeping, hissing. Oh, what furry fun you're missing. Fun by nature's here for you. The Philadelphia Zoo.
For the price of basic transportation, the Mitsubishi Eclipse will take you way beyond basic. Now, for as little as $169 a month and $700 down, you too can drive away in a new Eclipse.
Escape basic transportation. Test drive an Eclipse at your 3-state Mitsubishi Motors dealer.
Good evening. I'm Neil Hartman with a sports break. In the National League tonight, it's now 2-0. St. Louis leads Los Angeles in the 9th inning. Greg Jeffrey's 17-game hitting streak. He knocked in both runs, including a home run for the Cardinals. Cincinnati beat Montreal 4-2. Chicago this afternoon over Atlanta 6-3. They're just underway in San Diego and also in San Francisco. Phillies have the 6-4 lead. We go to the bottom of the 8th. We send it back to Harry and Richie at the Astrodome.
All right, thanks, Neil. And Wes Chamberlain will stay in the game and play right field. He came in to pinch hit for Jim Eisenreich. Bills leading 6-4. David West came in for Kurt Schilling in the 7th. One ball and no strikes to Luis Gonzalez, who has twice struck out and flied to left. One. David West came in with the bases loaded, 1 out, a run already across, and
fell behind.
Got a couple of pop-ups.
Fell behind both the hitters he faced.
Fly ball lofted to left field. Easy play for Thompson, who squeezes 1 down. That'll bring up Eddie Taubensee. The 93 Phillies Yearbook, the 45th annual edition, is now available. Great book containing 72 pages of colorful photos, stats, and interesting articles about the Phils. You can order it by mail by sending a check or money order for $8. That includes mailing to Phillies Yearbook, Box 7575, Philadelphia 19101. Be sure to include a return address and allow 2 weeks for delivery. Scott Service will pinch hit for Eddie Taubensee with David West out there. Bring in the right-hand hitting catcher. He'll stay in the game and catch. Service batting at .257 as a pinch hitter. He's 0 for 3. He has 10 home runs. One ball and no strikes. Jams him and he fouls it off toward the Phillies dugout. Right into our camera deck. One ball and one strike. The end of the bat this time. 1-2 the count. To service as Bobby Thigpen gets back up in the Phillies bullpen. Phillies leads 6-4 here in the 8th. Foul ball. Ball and 2 strikes. It holds the service. Bouncing the breaking ball up there. It's 2-2. That one's low, a full count. 3-2 to service. Chased the high fastball, and he struck him out. That's 2 down, and that'll bring on Andujar Cedeno. Cedeno has singled, been intentionally walked, and flied out to right field.
Why does that ever help a pitcher when you get a 3-2 count and the hitter swings at a pitch that's not that close to the strike zone? Happens all the time, though.
That's why that at bat by Kevin Stocker was really an amazing at bat. He fouled off about, 5 or 6 pretty tough pitches.
Borderline pitches, all of them.
Before.
Balls with all kinds of movement on it.
One ball and one strike to Cedeno. Hard ground ball, but gobbled up by Kruk. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for West here in the 8th. No runs, hits, errors, none left. We go to the 9th. Bills lead 6-4.
The Bud Light Spotlight's on Phillies. Hey! We'll tell you what we like with our Bud Light.
Beach volleyball and Bud Light. Give me the Flyers and a Bud Light.
Cheesesteaks?
Cheesesteaks. Cheesesteaks.
And I'm already with the Philly cheesesteaks. Hey! Anything goes well with Bud Light. We like Bud Light and Dan. Hey!
Bud Light!
Bartender, we need a Bud Light. Hey!
The Phillies will be loaded for bear when they play Sandberg and the Cubs Monday, September 6th at 7:05. And Tuesday through Thursday, September 7th, 8th, and 9th, all at 7:35. Then they'll try to send the Astros into space Friday, September 10th at 7:35, Saturday the 11th at 7:05, and Sunday the 12th at 1:35 when kids 14 and under get a free backpack. Call 463-1000.
Looking for a great car at a great price? Well, your local Nissan dealers are having one of their biggest sales events of the year.
I was in the right place, and it must have been the right time.
Choose from a great selection of Nissan Altimas, the best-selling new car nameplate introduced this year. And it's very affordable. Right now, you can lease an Altima XE for only $1,000 down and just $199 a month. Your local Nissan dealer, it's the right place at the right time.
I was in the right place, and it must have been the right time.
After 8 innings of play, it's the Phils 6 and Houston 4. Can Reno stop a crooked prosecutor from destroying a small town's economy? Find out on Renegade, only on PHL 17. Lenny Dykstra leads it off. Scott Service stays in the game to catch for Houston here in the 9th inning. 1 strike to Dykstra. Wild thing, Mitch Williams up in the Phillies bullpen. He'll come in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Two strikes to Dykstra, who's 1 for 3 with a walk. He has scored a run. One ball and 2 strikes. Pops a foul, backing out of play. Count holds a 1 and 2 to Dykstra. Televising again tomorrow and Sunday. Tomorrow night it'll be Terry Mulholland and Doug Drabek. Sunday, Ben Rivera and Darryl Kyle. Struck him out. That'll be the 3rd strikeout for Xavier Hernandez. 1 down here in the 9th. And it will bring up Mariano Duncan.
When you see what he just did to Dykstra, it makes you appreciate a little more what Kevin Stocker did. Because,
Really?
you know, Lenny has seen him and he knows his pitches.
High fly ball center field. Finley hardly has to move. That's 2 down here in the 9th. And we'll bring on John Kruk. Krucker is 1 out of 4 with a single. He has scored a run.
Number 29, John Kruk.
2 outs here in the top half of the 9th inning. One ball and no strikes. Contact. One and 1. Tried to check on a low splitter, and he did not, according to Gary Darling. 1 and 2. That wad of gum is big enough.
That's a lot of bubble gum or whatever kind of gum it is. You choke on that.
Kruk is called out on strikes. That will retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Wild thing time. Phil's lead 6-4.
We call it roomier by 5.4 cubic feet.
Bob Sinclair calls it his troop transport. We call it a quieter ride thanks to liquid-filled engine mounting. Dave Billings calls it his decompression chamber. We call it a standard driver's side airbag and available anti-lock brakes. The Scots call it their security blanket. We call it Corolla, the all-new Toyota Corolla, the brand-new car with a familiar name.
Bert sells balloons. Bob sells balloons. Bert sells wacky gifts. Bob sells wacky gifts. Bert delivers. Bob delivers. So if Bob's got everything Bert's got, why is Bert busy and Bob's not? Now, do you suppose Bert's got a big color ad in the book 9 out of 10 people use? The genuine New Jersey Belle Yellow Pages. 9 out of 10 use it. No other book can match it. A Bell Atlantic company.
It's a free back-to-school backpack, compliments of Campbell's Soup, when the Phillies play the Houston Astros Sunday, September 12th at 1:35. Backpack, baseball, and the Broad Street Bombers. All right. Call 463-1000 now.
You don't need to shop around, because no one has lower prices than Silo. Like this IBM computer with color monitor for $999.99. Silo will beat any price, guaranteed.
Comedy and music that's fresh and chilling. Don't sleep. Peep The Edge. The Apollo Comedy Hour.
Check it out!
Saturdays at 11 on PHL 17.
Mitch Williams is the new pitcher for the Phils. He's appearing in his 50th game. He's won 3, lost 3, saved 34. His ERA is 2.63. Fifth in the league in saves with 34. He's worked 48 innings, given up 41 hits and 14 earned runs. Has struck out 44, walked 29. He's trying to save this one for David West, and Kevin Bass will lead off as a pinch hitter. Bass hitting at 273. Batting just 190 right-handed, 323 left-handed. As a pinch hitter, he's 11 for 43. Has good numbers against the Wild thing. He is 5 for 13 lifetime, including a couple of home runs. Lofts that ball into shallow center, and Lenny Dykstra makes the grab. That's 1 out here in the 9th. Let's pause for station identification on the Phils Television Network.
You're watching Phillies baseball on WPHL TV, Philadelphia.
Bring on Craig Biggio. He is 2 out of 4. One strike to Biggio.
Dave Hollins has pulled off the third base line a little bit. Last time Biggio was up, he got that base hit with Hollins guarding the line.
1 ball and 1 strike. One and 2.
Good slider there by Mitch.
Just missed. He walls and 2 strikes to Biggio. High with it. Full count. Steve Finley due up next. Slider just missed inside. The appeal going to Charlie Williams on a swing. He says no swing.
I don't know how Biggio took 2 of those pitches. Well, they were really... Here's one of them. Broke a little inside. Just missed the plate. Good eye.
Finley has twice struck out, tripled, and singled. A bit low, 1-0. Not many left-hand hitters have good numbers against Mitch Williams, but Finley is one of them. Lifetime, he's 3 for 6 off him. One ball and one strike to Finley. Phil's lead here in the ninth, 6-4. Stocker, nice play. No chance for a double play. The out is reported at second, though, because Duncan dropped it, digging it out of his glove. Fans never understand that call. Biggio should, and Art Howe's coming out, but Duncan had control. He was trying to dig it out before he dropped it. Howe's going to argue with Frank Pulley, but that was a pretty obvious digging it out of the glove.
Yeah, Duncan was trying to hurry, and really shouldn't try to hurry that much. Get that one out. I'll tell you, Harry, that was pretty close to...
No. Look. He's got it right here. There, he's got it in his glove.
Yeah. That ball was rolling around in his glove.
You saw that ball, huh? You saw that ice creep going?
That white was up there in that webbing, and I think the Phillies got a break there. It's a very, very hard play to call, obviously. Look at there. He never had the ball. It rolled right out of his glove. It didn't roll out of his hand.
You got a point there. It didn't look that way from the naked eye. But looking at that replay, yeah. Here's Jeff Bagwell. Bagwell is 0 for 3 with a walk and a run batted in. Two balls and no strikes.
Just James out there to bat for Anthony if they get a shot.
3-0. 3 balls and no strikes to Bagwell. Got that one over, 3-1. He was trying to tie up the game with that swing.
He wanted to tie that with that swing. Chased the pitch a little high. He left his feet. Swing at that one.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Bagwell. Takes a high hop over the head of Hollins. That'll be a hit. Holding at third base is Finley, and rolling into second is Bagwell with a double. So a bad hop double keeps the Astros alive here in the ninth.
This ball hit that dirt cutout. Yes, it did. Back end of it. Not a thing Hollins could do about it. The tying runs are on. 2 outs.
In scoring position, the batter is Chris James. James hitting at .266. As a pinch hitter, he is 6 for 23. 2 of those 6 pinch hits have been home runs. He has good numbers against Mitch Williams. He is 4 for 6 against the Wild Thing. 1 ball and no strikes to Chris James. Phillies lead 6-4. 9th inning. 1-1. Dodgers came up with 3 in the 9th against St. Louis. They lead the Cardinals 3-2.
Big ball game.
Pops a foul out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes to James. With it, 2-2.
Mitch likes to leave him limp.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Chris James, the pinch hitter.
He'd rather just get him out 1, 2, 3. You know that, but doesn't do it very often.
Struck him out to end the ball game. Save number 35 for the Wild Thing. For the Astros in the 9th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. They leave 2. Mitch Williams gets his 35th save. And that means Sunoco and your local Sunoco dealers will donate $100 to the Byrne Foundation in the name of Mitch Williams. Phillies come back to win this game 6-4 here at the Astrodome on a big bases-loaded triple by number 19, Kevin Stocker. 6-4 final Phillies. We'll be back with the totals and a recap in a moment.